The So Bros Network presents the movie podcast breaking down films and their impact on pop culture as they approach the legal drinking age. This is Drinking With. Now here's your host, Stephen McCash.
Ladies and gentlemen, happy Halloween Eve. I think I got that right.
Eve. Yeah.
It's Eve. Eve. I like that. Anyway, welcome to a very spooky, live, deadly edition of Drinking With, the podcast where we take a walk to the bar and discuss movies turning 21 years old this year. We will discuss the film, as we always do, while giving our thoughts and opinions of the movie, as well as throwing in some fun trivia about the film. I cannot do this show all by myself. And so let me introduce my partners in crime tonight. We have all the way at the end of the table here is the resident movie critic of the So Bros Network, Mr. Brandon Vick. I'm sorry, you're one of those guys.
Yeah.
My bad.
And I'm going to prove
no wonder
tonight.
You didn't like Pray for the Devil.
That's ugh.
How? Okay, we've established some things. So how are you, sir?
I'm good.
Good. That's all I can ask for.
Well, I mean, it's a nice fall night. It's creepy down here.
It is.
Really livens it up. Brittany didn't have to fly in from Atlanta this time. It was really relaxed.
Nice for her to be on time.
Yeah. It was very relaxing
I was on time
this
last
time.
Hold on.
But no, I'm doing good. I'm excited that we're doing this again.
Yeah.
And
super excited about the movie.
Yep. And I love the decorations.
Awesome. I agree. And then in the middle of us, that's going to kind of keep it all together because she picked this film, is Miss Spooky Brittany Fernandez. Ma'am, how are you?
I'm doing good. It's
Yeah.
very spooky down here. I hope we see some ghosts.
I'd
Put on
not
those
to-
glasses.
Yeah, we did just eat a lot of barbecue from the Ridge,
Yeah.
just down the street from my house and here in the west part of Nashville. So if there's any ghost, I have a feeling it's coming from me and Brandon.
Yeah. Did you say ghosts or gas?
Ghostly gas.
No.
Probably
You'll
scarier
see
than
one.
the ghosts, to be honest.
Well, it'll make you sick.
I'm in between you two as well, so that's going to be extra
You thought
spooky for me.
Terrifier 2 made you sick.
Just you wait.
Yeah, just wait.
All right, so the
Don't
film
get
that
my
we've
jar
come
of
to
piss.
discuss today is 13 Ghosts, a 2001 remake of the 1960 film of the same name that was directed by William Castle. We're going to get into Mr. Castle and how he has to do a lot with some other shitty films that have been made these past 20 plus years. But 13 Ghosts is all about a recently widowed man named Arthur that learns that his estranged Uncle Cyrus has left him his estate after his untimely death. Arthur and his two children venture out to check out their new home along with their nanny and Cyrus's attorney in tow. As they explore the eccentric home, they are met by a wide range of characters who are both living and dead that don't want them moving in. And then things happen, and then some more things don't happen. And we'll discuss all of that. But like we do every time out, we have to have a drink. That's what Drinking With is all about. I put on Instagram earlier the ingredients needed for tonight. You needed black vodka, which if you can't find black vodka, it's easy. You just take regular vodka. You get you some red and blue food coloring. Do about 5 drops of each, and you got your black.
Science.
Yep, science. Science is real, folks. 2 ounces of cream to cocoa or a coffee flavored liqueur of your choice. We went with coffee for ours. And then a scoop of vanilla ice cream. And then if you have some nutmeg, sprinkle on top. So I've already pre-started this foray into drinking. So let me go ahead and pour out some of the...
I'm so excited about
Is
this.
someone double fisting?
I have one for our producer
Oh,
to split with his lovely assistant.
I wouldn't say lovely. She's been a real handful tonight.
Well, with that said, already smells good. You're going to take the vodka and the coffee flavored liqueur, the cream to cocoa, whichever you get, mix them together, put that to the side.
Oh my
Ooh.
goodness.
So you see how we got a little blackness there.
Fancy.
Is this? Oh wait,
We're not
there's
done
one
yet.
One more ingredient.
This is riveting television, folks.
It looks.
It looks
very
awesome. I don't know if
spooky.
anyone can see it who's watching, but
What is it called? Do we have a name?
Oh,
for
I
it?
forgot to tell you that.
Cancer.
This is called Ghost in the Graveyard Cocktail.
Ooh.
Love
And this comes to us from the one and only Snoop Dogg's favorite person in the whole world, Martha Stewart. Yes.
Love it.
So then you have to have your ice cream.
Whoa.
Yep.
And what kind is this?
This is Haagen-Dazs vanilla.
Oh,
I
Haagen-Dazs, huh?
poured half of this mixture on my phone.
What's oh good.
Yeah,
Lick it off for the people.
I will. So you put a little scoop of that.
Let me assist you here.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Are we ready? Is this
Is this
it?
it?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it. We'll just.
All right.
We don't sound impressed. Is that it? My God, grape juice and ice cream?
Well, I'm going to pour a little more of the mixture on it since we have some
Okay.
extra.
Oh.
But one scoop of ice
Okay.
cream does the trick.
Oh my.
I'm sure it smells
Oh.
delicious.
Mm. I smell coffee.
Yeah, I went with the coffee liqueur instead of the Cafe de Coco,
Oh.
One of the ingredients, buddy.
Mm.
mainly
Do you
because
think
it was
it-
$1 cheaper.
Do you think it tastes like coffee?
I'll
Does
tell
it
you.
look like a ghost in a graveyard?
Yeah,
A little bit.
I think
Could.
so.
It could.
It honestly looks like my Mimi's teeth.
I'm going to pass
in a
this
jar.
along to our assistant.
You're not old enough yet, but just wait.
All right, we ready to try this?
Yeah.
Yes.
cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. The
Cheers.
13
Happy
Ghosts.
Halloween.
This is not a shooter.
Oh,
Ooh, that is strong.
That's stout.
Oh.
The coffee really gets
Oh.
you.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm awake now.
Oh.
Yeah, you're not going to run to Starbucks and get that in
That's
the
a
morning.
nice.
Mm-mm.
That's a nice beverage, Stephen.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Martha.
Feel like
Maybe a
that. I
napkin?
felt like I felt that in every ounce of my body.
Hmm.
All right.
I mean,
Look,
that's
I'm ready
it's,
now.
It's nice, but that is
We don't come here to make little
that
little
is
wussy drinks.
it's strong, but
No, I'm in.
let's
I'm
say
into
you
it.
don't drink coffee. Let's say you don't.
like myself.
Like me. I don't know. I mean, it's a distinct taste. It's good.
Martha
but I
Stewart
don't
goes
think-
hard.
Yeah. She's a drunk.
She learned a lot in prison.
Yeah, she did.
And from
Good
Snoop Dogg,
Lord.
I
Yeah,
suppose.
she learned a lot from Snoop Dogg. So as we
Oh.
sip through this episode, let's talk about who's all in this movie. There's some big names. Tony Shalhoub
Monk
Who-
himself.
was Monk. Monk was a thing in 2001, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never watched it, so I don't know.
Me neither.
Matthew Lillard,
Hell yeah.
Scream
He
King
was a
himself.
thing.
Scooby Doo King,
Scream King
yeah,
himself.
whatever. And Shannon Elizabeth,
Yep.
Love her.
pie fucker fame. I mean,
Excuse
She
me.
didn't fuck the pie, but she was in the
No.
pie fucking movie. And
She
then
certainly
God,
was.
You're drunk.
the coffee's hitting hard tonight.
Jesus.
And then making her film debut and her final appearance in the film as well is hip hop star Raw Digga,
That's right.
who I think was the highlight of the film.
She's great.
Who was which character?
She was the
it?
nanny.
The nanny.
Oh, that's right.
We talked about this like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, yeah,
You're drunk.
yeah. I must not have given a shit then. And I must
Oh
not
my God,
now.
here we go.
And then it also features briefly F. Murray Abraham
Yep.
of Amadeus fame.
Yep. Which he's in. Has anyone checked out the Del Toro's Cabinet of
I have
Curiosities?
I have not.
yet.
He's in one called
Oh,
The
good.
Autopsy.
Oh,
Okay.
That's one of the more
awesome.
interesting ones. But yeah,
All right.
And then it was directed by Steve Beck, who has only directed one other film. And it's a film I hope Brittany does not choose next year.
Oh.
And that's 2002's Ghost Ship.
Well, that movie rules. I don't know
okay.
why we would have that conversation.
I'm going to tell you,
but
I don't hate Ghost Ship, and it's one of the best, like opening.
opening
kill-
scenes. Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree.
So before we deep dive into like the budget, don't cheat, and all that good stuff, what made you pick this film? And let me say first, and I think Brandon agrees with me here. We're both on the same page. We didn't really care for this one,
Oh my
but
God.
we liked it better than The Cell.
Okay, that's fair. I liked it better
Yes.
than The Cell too, but this is just a classic early 2000s horror that just like it's an entire world that it's so fascinating to me.
It's like that. What's that other one? Is it House on Haunted Hill that has Tay Diggs?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I
It's the
think it's
same
around
production
that
company.
time.
Yes.
of course
Those
it
are my
is.
favorite types of movies. I'm sorry.
that
They're
like-
just
is that
easy,
the Dark
digestible
Castle?
horror.
The
Dark
old
Castle, yes.
Dark Castle.
We'll get
Yes.
into that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they
We'll-
have some
We'll deep dive why Dark Castle is a
yes.
thing. All right, so let's get in. I don't want Brittany to cheat.
I can't even read that far.
Yeah.
She
I'm
can't
sure you
read.
Fine. I can't read that far. I'm
Damn
blind.
it.
It's all about numbers, and you run a business, so I hope you can read
That's
numbers.
true. When he says you, it means we run a business.
So what? I forgot. What do we think the budget for 13 Ghosts is?
And remember, we're talking Matthew Lillard peak.
Well, to be fair, I did just watch the special features on this
Here we
on that
go.
Blu-ray. So I think
know
I think it was around 24 million.
24 million. Okay.
I'll say 19.
It's proof that Brittany does not read
Oh damn.
because she's
I was totally
dyslexic.
wrong, right?
It was 42.
42 million.
Ah.
There you go.
That all goes to special effects.
It has to.
I mean,
And the creature
But-
creation.
it didn't go to
Okay.
the script.
Hold
No.
on. But the production design of the set, like
But
it's a set like unlike any other movie. Like the way that they built that set was absolutely beautiful and had put so much work into it.
Okay, that's fair. But before we get to another piece of trivia, let me tell you about some trivia the folks at home can take part in, and that's winning some prizes.
ooh.
So if you're listening-
what are they?
I'm going to get to that patient.
Oh.
Patient.
Is it the Blu-ray?
You can't win them.
the
Do you win the Blu-ray?
No,
They're not
you
for
could.
you.
It's probably the Blu-ray can be bought from Brittany for the right price. Anyway,
Who's gonna buy that after we're done with it here tonight?
we're gonna
Oh my god.
probably about midway through. We'll do
You got
a
a shovel in this basement?
well, have you seen this place?
Yeah.
Of course, there's a shovel.
Of course there is. There's a
Okay.
dead
Why
woman
do
in
you-
the
why do you
corner
think
back there.
there's like
you
little
know that?
patches.
There's a really creepy bag back there that's like
That's a
weird,
vent.
odd, suspiciously shaped. It's,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have
You haven't seen my
questions.
wife in a while, have you?
No, I have questions.
Yeah. I don't have answers, but there will be a question later, and that is for this Funko Pop, the Marvel Zombies Thor, that you can win if you're paying attention. And there will be a trivia question about midway through the show that I'll ask. It's a multiple choice question.
I just want to chime in and say our buddy Ryan Watson, the CEO of Broadway Sports, is in the comments tonight, and he says this movie is great. Y'all stop. So Brittany's got.
Thank you.
Brittany's got
Thank you. If there's another shovel here, if you want
what
to
is-
come, help me.
What is
bury
he
these suits.
watching through?
I think Facebook.
All right, let me go block him real quick. I think I have the authority to do that.
Can we ask him what his favorite scary movie is? Because I think that'll tell us. a
Probably
lot.
Ernest Scared Stupid if he likes 13 Ghosts so much.
I don't
Oh,
know if it picked up my voice, so you can say Ryan. What is?
Okay. Ryan, you want to
No,
take
go. No, this is your show.
I like to share things though.
Okay, Ryan, we hear you. You're dead ass wrong, but we hear you.
Yes.
What is your favorite horror movie? Tell us, and then I think we can
You
we can
are
assess from there.
talking to him like it's a poltergeist, and you're trying to get Carol Ann to go to the light.
Well,
Ryan Yearwood chimed in with "Don't you dare shit on Ernest Scared Stupid."
yes.
oh
Facts.
God,
Thank you,
Oh,
Ryan.
I know 2 people already who are not eligible to win this Funko Pop. And also, if you're watching,
You
please,
got a movie podcast? Oh my god. Okay.
yeah, about good. I try to do them about good movies.
no, it's not good movies. As long as if John Cusack's in it,
And it's a
that's
great
what.
movie.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
that's what we'll do.
It's about cinema. I'm sorry. Cinema, not movies.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. If you're watching, please like and share the broadcast for everybody to join in with us. And if you do, you'll be put in the drawing to win a $20 Danger Zone gift card. Brittany, please tell everybody about what Danger Zone Video is.
Danger Zone Video is a video physical media store in Mount Juliet, Tennessee. We have Blu-rays, VHS tapes, books, memorabilia, shirts. So there's a lot you can choose from for $20
Do you
at
take
Danger
in
Zone.
trade-ins all day, every day?
by appointment only.
Oh bullshit!
And Danger Zone's only been around a couple of months, but
Almost 3 months now.
3 months. And in 3 months, it was voted, not named, it was voted the second best new small business in Nashville.
It was.
That's outstanding.
Thank you.
Congrats to you and Jesse.
Nothing wrong with second best.
No, so we discovered or discussed the budget was $42 million for this film. I don't know where the hell that goes outside of special effects and production. What do we think it made U.S. Canada opening weekend?
These are always tough
I'm
because
so
back
bad at this.
then, if it came out with nothing else, people would go. People would go see it.
Well,
I
it's also it came out. Okay, what month did it come out?
I know you-
October, right?
I'm pretty sure.
So
I
October
think it was
2001,
October.
You're right.
post 9/11, where
Post
people were
9/11.
not going to the movies.
No, they were not.
So it was a little iffy. I don't know. 50 million.
50 million.
50 million.
I mean,
You
U.S.
think-
Canada.
You think this was a blockbuster?
Yeah, you think it made its budget back in one weekend
How about
after
This isn't
one of the
Ocean's
worst
11
attacks
where
in
you got
America?
Ocean's 12.
Is this the 24 million?
42
Did it
million
make
was
its
the
money back
budget.
at all?
42 million is its budget.
42
I don't know,
million
it's
was
so
the
hard.
budget opening weekend.
McCash, I'll answer 7 million.
7 million. Brittany, you have an answer?
Yeah, 50 million.
So
She said 50
$50
million.
million.
I'll let it ride.
It's a
Um,
Marvel. It's a Marvel movie in the making, and
Yeah.
it made all of its money back.
But the opening weekend.
Opening weekend.
Yeah.
U.S.
know.
and
I have
Canada.
no
I'm
idea.
adding 2 countries.
U.S. and
clue.
Canada.
15.1.
Oh
Oh,
man, I
ooh.
almost. Oh, I was gonna
That
say
was rough.
12.
Yeah, that's rough.
But double
Overall,
digits.
it made just under 42 million US.
Oh, okay,
box office.
overall.
Oh shoot!
And then
Gotcha.
worldwide, it did turn a profit at 68.5 overall.
Godly.
So they did make a little bit of their money back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan's favorite horror movie is Scream. It's so meta.
Okay. All right, Ryan. You won me over. I thought you were gonna say
Okay.
The Exorcist.
Oh my
Jesus.
god.
That's a whole
That's
nother
another
podcast.
podcast.
I think it really is best that we decided to split the two of us apart.
It's so boring.
All right.
Brandon's back on this.
Okay.
Yeah. I know
Oh
a
my
lot of
God.
people.
When's the
I
last
know
time
a
you've
lot
watched
of
it?
people.
I can't with y'all. I can't.
I ha-
Well, I just recently watched The Exorcist for the first time since I was like 9.
it
I was too
rules.
miserable.
I really
It
enjoyed it,
rules.
but I didn't find it as scary as I
What
did.
was
as a
I?
kid.
Well, yeah, it's not going to be
When
as
did
scary.
we watch it?
2004.
Yeah. So we were like
2004.
20.
And
No.
when's the last
21.
time you revisited it?
Never since.
Never. Why the hell? Did you not hear what I
You're a
said?
bunch
I
of
said it's
dumbass
boring.
21-year-olds in college.
We
who
got
don't-
We got to get this shit back on.
And I had to
Crap.
sit in wooden chairs for 4 hours to watch that thing.
Grandpa over here. Hey, let's talk
Jesus.
about Dark.
Grandpa who falls asleep during the movies all the time at the drive-in.
At the fucking drive-in when it's fucking Tenet.
I can't
yeah,
go see
I
scary
fell
movies
asleep
at the
dur-
drive-in. It's too dark.
I fell asleep during
Oh,
Tenet.
man.
Who the fuck didn't?
Not me.
Anyway, Dark Castle Entertainment.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Let's talk about that.
I remember it was funny when I watched this the other day. As soon as that like their little image
Yeah.
thing came up, I instantly recognized which Ghost Ship is one of
Mhm.
the ones. But I watched something else recently that was Dark Castle, and I can't remember.
House on Haunted Hill.
Is that?
No, maybe it was The Haunting.
Oh, the
That-
haunting.
that might
is-
have-
yeah,
with
with
Liam Neeson,
Catherine
Catherine
Zeta-Jones.
Zeta-Jones. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Dark Castle Entertainment's an American film production label and a division of Silver Pictures and Warner Brother Pictures that was formed in 1998 by producers Joel Silver,
Oh.
Gilbert Adler, and director Robert Zemeckis.
Robert Zemeckis was
Yes.
part of that.
Joel Silver, you'll know he produced 48 Hours, the Lethal Weapon
Yeah.
movies, Roadhouse, and the Matrix movies. So he's got a good little track record.
He was an action
Yep.
producer.
Gilbert Adler, Superman Returns, the Starsky and Hutch movie, and Valkyrie.
I think he was the voice of the Affleck duck.
Oh, is he? I did
I
not
think
find
so.
that. Okay.
Gilbert Gottfried?
Not Gilbert Godfrey. No.
Oh, my
R.I.P.
mistake, yeah.
And
He's
then-
dead?
Yeah.
Oh God, not again.
And then director Robert Zemeckis, you know from Back to the Future, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Forrest Gump, and Castaway. Now, the name of Dark Castle pays homage to William Castle, the longtime director of B movies from
Oh,
back in the day, who directed the original
original.
13 Ghosts
Mhm.
and directed the original House on Haunted Hill, amongst others.
But
What
those
year?
movies rule.
In
what
the
year was
60s,
that? In the
50s,
60s?
60s.
I
Okay.
think, yeah,
So-
62.
The whole point of them creating Dark Castle was to go back and remake all of his films.
Oh, great.
I like it. They got me.
Well, they got you for 2 because Warner Brothers stepped in after 13 Ghosts and said, no more.
I liked them.
We're not.
So they did
into
House
it.
on Haunted Hill and 13
Ghosts,
Ghosts, and that's it?
And they said, well, they still made movies, but
I mean,
they said,
yeah.
but as far as
Remaking
making the
Castle
Castle
ones.
films, they're like, no. If you want a distributor and you want us to distribute them, you have to start doing originals.
And then The Haunting came, I guess.
And Ghost Ship was the next one.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, partly because Warner Brothers refused to distribute any more of their films after the flop that was 13 Ghosts, they had to switch to originals. Now, I did not see this in theaters. Did you, Brittany?
No, I was not going to the theaters, but October 2001
Fucking-
as a 13-year-old.
You didn't go to movies when you were 13?
Not post 9/11. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, those that the few that the 50 million that did,
Yeah.
a lot of them complained that the movie had a lot of made them sick because of the strobe lights and the
God.
flashy editing, making it physically painful for them to sit
Little
through.
bitches.
Hey, Steven, I saw it in theaters.
Oh, did you?
No, you didn't.
I did. What was I? But you know what? And my fun fact, I would go with my mom to see rated R movies.
Oh, well.
I was never the type that did not, or
This is
we,
not the
Is
podcast
that
for
what
that.
happened?
huh?
Is that what
Yeah,
happened?
that's exactly what happened.
Gotcha.
You blame my mother, but I remember it being actually. I don't know. I don't see my mom going to that. I'm not sure. I
Jesus
saw it in
Christ.
theaters though.
So,
Well, you didn't ask me.
I didn't ask you. No, I didn't.
Can you not see me over here?
No, John Cena, we
Good
can't.
Lord.
So, one of the cool things that was in the original film and in this one is that in order to see the ghost, you had to put on a special pair of glasses that were made,
You don't
Which-
say.
which Brittany, I guess, went to.
I made them.
Oh, you made them. I was going to give you credit
Yeah,
of
where
like
were you gonna
Robin,
go?
like a
No, I
museum or
made
something.
them.
Ow. God.
So,
How'd you
oh,
make
shit.
these?
It's,
Ow.
it's pinching my frontal lobe.
Oh, God.
God,
No
they
wonder you see
complain about
ghosts.
everything.
Oh, God.
Maybe if you guys didn't have big ass heads.
Mhm.
I like me and Brandon established we were not a big fan of this film. So what I think I would have really enjoyed more from the film is if they had developed the actual ghost characters more, given you a little more background information on them and such, like you get in the DVD bonus credits and such.
Yes. It's worth it to explore the universe outside of the film, just in case you didn't know.
Yeah. Well, also, if I'm watching the film and it's only an hour and a half, you give me 30 more minutes of film. And then I might
And
get
then people would complain that it's 2 hours long.
well, they're already complaining to begin with.
Yeah.
I feel like Brandon just wants to yell out, "Get off my lawn" or some shit with those glasses
Yeah,
on.
this is the best they fit. Makes me see both worlds.
But one of the 13 ghosts was the torso. And that effect of creating the torso was achieved. Oh, Jesus. I
broke
broke them
them.
already.
Sorry, it was shoved in my brain.
Was achieved using a double amputee as actor
Yeah.
Hmm.
while he was wearing a special black hood that could be used to digitally remove his head. So that was a pretty cool.
They
little
did a
tribute
lot of
tidbit.
cool CGI, but a lot of cool practical effects and a lot of cool effects within the makeup with all
Yes.
the characters and stuff.
I think that's what
I can't
is
do
the-
this.
is what can capture.
They hurt.
I think no matter how you feel about the movie, the showcase is of the monsters and creatures and the practical effects, the makeup. And I agree with the production design of that house, like to
Yeah.
make it where everything is kind of see-through, and the glasses I thought were a nice effect, but it's all just, it's a lot of it's so gimmicky to what the actual story is. And that's fine. You already kind of know what kind of scary flick this is, but it's not even I didn't even think it was that thrilling. Like at first, when you maybe see the first kind of things that are kind of gruesome, but and then it kind of just, I don't know, it's downhill from there.
I will say my favorite part was the practical special effects of the makeup and such, and that a lot of that was supervised by Greg Nicotero, who's a legendary
Love him.
makeup effects artist in Hollywood. He's best known for The Walking Dead. He does makeup on there, plus directs episodes and such. He also did Misery, Pulp Fiction.
Kathy Bates.
Yeah, Kathy Bates.
He made Kathy
He
Bates.
did sculpt her out of clay.
What about E.T.? Did he do E.T.?
No, he wasn't doing. He was doing Evil Dead 2 then.
Oh,
And then he also did Pulp Fiction and Boogie Nights. So
Book-
I'm wondering
the
if he
pi-
created
he did
Dirk
the penis.
Diggler.
Curve.
he did the penis.
Wait, that wasn't all Mark Wahlberg?
Huh? No, of course not.
Oh,
Lord. Okay.
Ryan chimed in again.
Which one?
Ryan Watson.
Okay.
Ryan Watson.
Broadway Sports. The crew had to wear dark clothes to hide in the background shots.
They
did.
did because of all the glass.
Look who's been reading IMDb too.
Boy,
He came ready for this.
It's on the
Boy, he
it's on the
is.
special features of the Blu-ray.
would you say the special features are better than the movie? Because it sounds like
God.
it
it.
very much sounds like it.
Lord.
That's what we should be
Certainly sounds
reviewing.
like- yeah. Why
You
didn't you
guys-
pick that?
You guys are no fun. You guys hate fun.
I think me and Brandon are having fun.
You're just
Yeah.
old crotchety men.
As soon as this movie was done, I smiled and thought, "Oh, I can't wait to do this live stream." But you know what? And I was talking about this before we went on air. I actually, and I'm almost positive, probably the last few months, I had this idea that, hey, 13 Ghosts has still held up throughout the years. And I said the same thing about The Haunting. I have watched both of those this month. And I don't know what's happened, but I turned to my wife and said, these actually, like, they're not very good. Like, they're not even scary.
I think
at
it
all.
comes down to that Dark Castle just doesn't make good films.
I still have these
I
in
mean-
my rotation all the time, and I watch them frequently. Not
thir-
just spooky.
The ones I
season
mentioned, 13 Ghosts
and The Haunting.
Well, here's the thing. And so 13 Ghosts, we talk about like with the creatures, practical effects, and all that stuff, which is impressive. The Haunting is the atmosphere and that location.
Yeah,
Like
I agree.
and
with
there's
that.
and there's a lot like, but when these movies rely on these aspects of it, and then like the character and the dialogue and the story and everything else, like by the time it ends, which both of these movies are like an hour and 30 minutes,
the
it's like,
perfect
holy-
runtime for a movie.
you would think, but let me tell you, I rather watch
I think you're just making
The
stuff up now.
Irishman again, and that took me
I don't know what
3
that
days
is.
to
Oh.
watch.
I don't know. What that
3
is.
days.
I don't know about all that.
You don't like Joe Pesci?
I mean, if he's in Goodfellas.
The Irishman.
So
Tastes like coffee.
one of the other ghosts was the Hammer,
Ah, yes.
and he was played by a gentleman named
Greg.
Herbert Duncanson. But he was not originally hired as the actor to play that role. He was a stand-in for reference and test shots until the other actor was available. But that actor never really showed up. Never ever showed up. Not really showed up. He just flat out didn't show up. So instead of like taking the time to find a last-minute replacement, they just used him
Are you
in the
saying
role.
that I can just not show up for work one day? Then it would be fine.
Well, he was
You can try.
replaced. He was replaced.
I mean, you can. It's you own your own business. You can do what the hell you want.
Yeah. Someone that you love might give a shit.
I
but,
think otherwise.
yeah.
So we talked about the budget, opening weekend office gross.
50 million.
Yes,
It's 50 million.
but here's what's interesting. A couple of years prior, they had Dark Castle. First film was the remake of House on Haunted Hill with Taye Diggs.
Which
I actually enjoyed.
okay. Has everyone watched this recently?
I haven't watched it recently.
Okay. I haven't
I
either.
have.
You have?
Yeah.
I
You
used to, I
liked
used
it,
to own it
didn't
on
you? I
DVD.
did.
Yeah, I really enjoyed
Great
that
flick.
movie.
I remember thinking it was kind of cool back then, but I'm scared to say that now because there's
Because
a
you
lot of
don't
things that have
understand fun.
disappointed me.
Just crotchety old man over there.
I just said I liked the movie.
I was talking to him.
Oh, okay. So the budget, the opening weekend box office gross, and the overall gross of House on Haunted Hill and 13 Ghosts was damn near identical.
I
Oh,
can see that.
So all around 60 million in the
Same,
end.
Yeah.
same sort of people coming around.
Yeah, and they were both originally directed by William Castle, like we established earlier. And this was the first film, and this is the most eye-opening fact trivia piece of this film. This was the first film of a major American studio with 3 Arab American leads.
Because they're Lebanese, right?
2 of them are Lebanese.
Yeah.
Tony Shalhoub,
Hmm.
Lebanese. F. Murray Abraham is Syrian,
Oh yeah.
and then Shannon Elizabeth
Yeah.
is Lebanese. Did not know
Very
that.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
And then the funny casting part of this that I found funny is that Shannon Elizabeth, who plays the older daughter for Tony Shalhoub's character, is only 1 year younger than Rod Digga, who plays her nanny.
Also a
That's
great
right.
character.
The nanny?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was my favorite character in the whole movie.
So fun.
Yeah.
You think she's gonna die throughout the whole movie, and then
Is
Spoiler
that being
alert.
stereotypical?
Spoiler
or
alert.
racist?
no, it's just like that's just how those movies went, though.
The nanny dies?
Yeah.
Okay. As we mentioned earlier, this is Rod Digga's only feature film. She chose to stay in music instead of pursuing an acting career.
Good
and I
choice.
think she made the better
Yeah.
choice, even though I really enjoyed her in her role.
At the
It's
end of the
not
movie,
hard to
is
stand out.
her rapping.
Oh, I turned it off immediately.
Oh
once-
my
once the
god! You
credits
didn't
rolled.
even get to the credits where she has her own like song at the end where she's rapping.
No, I didn't need that. Is it like a Marvel movie at the end where I missed a
No,
bonus scene?
It's just the song with the
Oh,
credits.
no.
Okay.
It's not like the end of Waiting, where
God.
Andy Milonakis is rapid.
Oh yeah.
I would.
Oh yeah.
I stayed for that.
They could at least show me bloopers.
Yeah.
We'd like those. Have you seen the ones from Liar Liar? They're so hilarious.
No, I haven't.
I
Okay,
bet they're
good night.
scarier than 13 Ghosts.
Good night.
For John DeSantis, hopefully not the brother of Ron DeSantis, governor of
We
Florida.
don't know that.
We don't know that. I'm saying hoping
Oh.
not.
Oh.
Because this movie was filmed in British Columbia up in Canada. So,
Oh.
but he played the Juggernaut, and it took 5 hours for him to get into that makeup.
I was wondering how long it took some of these actors and actresses to get set up for that, because
Yeah.
that looks like that would be pretty. It would get pretty tiresome.
And then it took another 3 hours to remove it all.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's
Intense.
That's a quarter of your day, third of your third of your day. I had to do quick math there.
Think about all that, and then when you watch that movie, oh,
Oh my
was
god.
it worth it?
oh my god, this is what we were filming. Oh, I'm embarrassed.
Okay, so I went through IMDb because they have a deal like spoofs or whatever where they tell you all the mistakes that happen in a movie.
Oh, of
Yes.
course, you're gonna point at the mistakes of
No.
the movie.
Let me guess, the whole movie.
The list was so damn long I didn't even bother. I was like, I'm not even gonna waste my time here. But there was one scene, and it's not a mistake or anything. It was just poorly written. It's when Shannon Elizabeth is in that bathroom and she's just doing her hair and everything. And then instead of washing her face in the fucking sink that's right in front of her, she walks over to the bathtub. It turns on the water and just splashes
I feel like
her
now
face.
you're just picking at it.
Yeah.
now you're just
Who
picking
the
at
fuck-
it.
Now you're just nitpicking.
Fucking the right. Yeah, I have to.
Yeah.
just picking at it.
That's what we had. It's a
Why
scab.
would you want to
No.
wash your face in the bathtub
No.
instead of
oh
a sink?
my god.
Why wouldn't you?
You mean one of the coolest shots in the whole movie where they have the
That's
aerial
why they
view
did it.
of the bathroom. It's all glass, and then it cuts it
You-
covered in blood.
You
with
could
the...
have done that without her washing her fucking face. It wasn't necessary.
Oh my god. You're not necessary.
This is my house. I'm very necessary.
Good.
You don't know what's back behind those lights.
Yeah, I don't.
I noticed that
End
when we
up in the
bring this
bag
up,
in
it's
the
more
corner.
that we don't like fun or you want to bury us under this house. But why do you think that's necessary? Like, why does that make sense to you? Or are you just thinking that we've put too much thought
You
into
put
this
too much
movie?
thought into this movie.
But if
and
you were
should
That's
doing-
the
just-
point of this podcast.
But if you were
No.
doing the movie, what do you think? You know, and I don't even understand why she's doing this.
the whole movie, she's talking about how much she wants her own bathroom, how much she was like
Well,
very
just use the
excited
sink,
about-
Shannon. Just use the damn sink.
Yeah, like everybody else in the free world.
Right. You're
She
going to
wanted to
start a
test the
bathtub
pressure of
to
the
wash your face.
bathtub.
If you're going to wash your face, I expect her to wash her ass as well. At least you can't do
She
that in the
couldn't get
sink.
that far because then her little brother got lost in the house. All right.
Fucking
Oh,
idiots.
blame
God, I
him.
can't
Blame
with y'all. I
him for
can't.
her stupidity.
Should we do a giveaway? Are we ready?
Are we there?
I mean, I think we're there.
Which one?
the Funko Pop? Where's
Oh,
my
okay.
phone?
We got two people watching.
Oh, God. You hear that?
Oh shit!
Look alert.
I got the question right here. It's multiple choice.
First right answer wins it.
There are
Okay.
many ghosts in this movie.
13.
There's 13, in fact. Which one of these is not one of the ghosts?
Oh.
The torso, the torn prince, the wayward captain, the hammer,
Which is not.
which is not
And really, you've had a couple hints because we've named, what, one or two of them?
the
Yeah.
torso,
People better be paying attention.
the torn prince, the wayward captain, the hammer. And as we're going along, I'll talk about some of the other ones. There was the firstborn son,
Yeah.
which was the little boy who was obsessed with being a cowboy. And then one day he was playing with the little boy that lived next door to him or down the street from him, whatever. And that little boy had a real bow and arrow. And the little boy shot him right down in the head.
Is, sorry, I hate to interrupt. Is this in the special features?
So
It is, actually.
Yeah, I figured.
Ryan Yearwood just says C.
I don't remember what they were.
That
I didn't
was-
say A, B, or
That
C.
was it.
But he's correct. The wayward captain is not one of the ghosts in 13 Ghosts.
So Ryan Yearwood wins.
Well, wait a minute. That's not. Mhm.
There is a movie called The 13 Exotic Ghosts, and the Wayward Captain
listening.
could have been
Oh my god.
one of those.
I'm listening. How long is it? The movie.
Oh, I don't know.
Can
I
we
didn't-
talk about how creepy the jackal is, though? That
We
was
can.
like one of the most terrifying
Which one
things
was
of
that
the
one?
whole. The one with his head's in a cage.
Okay, that's literally what I
So
was
scary.
thinking.
Wait, we've got a technicality here. Ryan Watson said Cyrus. Was Cyrus the captain?
What?
Cyrus was the uncle.
Cyrus was the uncle?
I really don't appreciate this Ryan Watson guy ruining our flow here.
The first answer was Cyrus, and then Ryan Yearwood said C.
I didn't even say Cyrus
I don't know what
as one of the
Cyrus
options.
is.
But in the movie, he acts like a ghost, but
Well,
then
Ryan-
Tony
Ryan
Shalhoub
Yearwood
takes his
has
glasses
relinquished
off.
the Funko Pop to Ryan Watson.
Ooh, cat fight.
So, no, relinquished means he gave it to
I'm sorry. I heard something different.
him.
Sorry.
But the jackal was the son of a prostitute born in 1887.
This is this is what makes me laugh is that I want people to understand none of this shit is in the movie.
No.
You see random bodies thrown in there until what's his face realizes his uncle set him up. There is no indication of any real details about any of this because I don't want people thinking that when they watch this movie that you're going to understand
Yeah.
anything you're talking about.
It's
You're gonna
almost like
have to
it's an
watch-
entire world
You're
that you
gonna
have to
watch.
explore.
I'm not having a cinematic 13 Ghost universe.
I'm not looking for
The
create your
hell
own
with
adventure
that.
movies.
Well, that's y'all's
But
problem.
hey, listen, guys, if you watch this hour and a half movie and you want more, then you can watch special features. And then if you combine the two, which now what we're at 2 hours and 15 minutes, maybe you'll walk away and like it. This was an awful choice.
Out of a there was in 2001 was a good year for horror.
Okay, well, wait a
what
minute.
would you have
wait a
rather
minute.
done?
This guy thinks
I
Pray
mean,
for
we've
the
already
Devil's
done 'em.
entertaining.
So you would. So
Yeah,
Joyride would have been a better option.
Joyride was a
Okay.
good one. That is true. Joyride. Oh,
Fair.
Jeepers Creepers.
this is a more interesting movie,
I'm
though.
just kidding. What?
What?
Absolutely,
Oh,
this is a
God.
more interesting movie than
Okay.
Joyride.
Let's do some homework. I've got a few 2002 horror movies.
2002.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll get ahead for next year.
Okay, perfect.
We're
You're
looking
not picking.
we're looking at the
Oh, I am picking.
we're looking at The Ring.
That's my
Ooh.
top choice.
28 Days Later.
Nice.
That's a good choice.
Yeah.
Halloween Resurrection.
No.
Queen of the Damned.
Love it.
R.I.P.
Mm.
Love it.
Cabin Fever.
Ooh, love
No.
that.
I
one.
love Cabin Fever.
Love
That's
that
not
Cabin
good.
Fever rules.
That's not good.
Uh,
I
it's
just want to make sure y'all can hear
Oh.
me over here. That is not good. I recently just watched it.
Eight-Legged Freaks.
No, I'm not watching some of this shit. I'm going to tell you right
I
now.
think it's got to be The Ring, and it's
The Ring is awesome.
unfortunate that we will not be in this basement with The Ring movie. Oh man, that would be so
Hey.
good.
We're going to be in somewhere spookier.
Yeah.
Memphis.
that is spookier.
Yeah? Am I right?
Yeah. There's also The Grudge,
Good.
the Japanese
mind
version,
that.
the
Good
original
too.
version.
Oh.
Ghost Ship.
Mm.
Oh, I want to. We should at
Ghost
least do
Ship.
one of those because or that
Absolutely.
for one of them because I
Love
would like
that.
to watch that again all the way through.
You're gonna do the same thing you did with this movie.
know
You're
what?
gonna
I
say,
might.
Oh, this doesn't hold up.
I just might.
There's one I've never heard of. It's called The Wolves of Wall Street.
Oh
don't know
no,
what that
no,
is.
Yeah, I don't
no.
know that either. There's Resident Evil, the first Resident Evil.
Okay, that's a cool one.
And
I
then
dig it.
where did it go? The Paris Hilton's classic.
House of Wax.
House of Wax.
No,
No.
9 Lives.
I don't even
I don't know
remember
what
that.
is.
Yeah, I haven't either, but it says
Mm-mm.
Paris Hilton.
But listen, The Ring, 28 Days Later, those are some.
The
Those are
Ring's,
some really good
The Ring's
ones.
the top choice.
See, we would agree. I remember.
I'm not gonna say it's my top choice, but I don't argue if we do that next year.
Right. Thank
I'm-
you for asking. I remember
Yeah.
when that at Opry Mills, and I wish they still did this. You literally, they had a thing where you had to go to certain stores to get a like ring, like it was different colors.
Oh, love that.
And when you collected them, you went to customer service and they gave you a sneak preview pass to see the movie.
they don't do anything cool like that
And
anymore.
but well, Old Navy's got some good deals. But a buddy of mine and me actually cashed it in and went and saw it. Now I didn't know what it was. Like I knew it's a scary
Oh,
movie, but I didn't know what it was. And I mean, what was I,
Scary.
30? It was scary as hell. And
So
that's what
scary.
started the PG-13 renaissance of having those ghosts, like The Grudge, to be
Yeah.
like Sarah Michelle Gellar's Grudge.
Mhm.
All of that came after that, but that is so good. I just watched that not too long ago. But did you ever see Rings? Like the one that had
No.
the guy from The Big Bang Theory in it?
No.
Sheldon? I'm just kidding. I don't. He did Roseanne too. I forgot his name.
Oh,
Galecki?
Galecki.
Something Galecki?
Kid from I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yes. How do we feel about that one?
Love it.
Love
That's
it.
a good one. It
Classic.
still holds
It's
up.
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
And to Ryan Watson's point, Scream is still top tier. Just so y'all know.
Hey, you want to know who else thought this movie was shit?
Oh,
Let me
tell
guess.
me.
F. Murray Abraham.
Really?
Yeah, he
He
said
must hate fun.
he
He must hate
He
fun.
does.
he
hates
only
fun.
did the movie for the
Brittany.
money.
Brittany, he was in the damn thing and hates it. He was in it. He's an
I think-
Oscar winner.
I think Roger Ebert also said it's one of his like most hated films of all time.
Okay, well, and I have
So
this.
he's
I
an
got-
old crotchety
I-
bastard. So
I got this, McCash. R.I.P. How dare you?
Gone too soon.
In an update in the Funko Pop giveaway,
Oh,
Oh, we'd already forgotten.
yes. Take
Ryan
it.
Watson sent me a screenshot on Twitter, and his Wayward Captain answer did come in before Ryan Yearwood's answer on his screen.
Okay,
He sent me a
Ryan.
screenshot.
Ryan, we get it.
He sent me a screenshot, so he did rightfully
Fine.
win the Funko Pop.
Fine. He has the
Fine.
Funko Pop. We're going to also throw in this table. I hope he's
Can't take away
happy.
Steven's table.
Well, he said I could.
he said everything's for sale.
That's
Except
right.
for sale. I just-
Here, take my glasses that are broke. What else does he want?
All that hard work.
God.
I don't have any for this.
Wait a minute,
But,
But
okay.
I'm sorry. He did it for the money?
Yeah, he said
How
in an
much?
interview.
How
what
much
the
did he
fuck
get?
about it? I don't know.
You didn't look up how much he would
No,
have.
I was good enough with the quote of him saying I only did
But
it for
how
the
shitty
movie.
if it's like, well, you know, for 30,000, I guess I would.
Hopefully he got more than that.
We
And
don't
he's a-
know because you didn't
he's
look
an
it up.
isn't he Academy
He
Award
is.
winner?
Yeah, he's an
Yeah.
Oscar winner. Yep.
For Amadeus.
I think so.
That's a great film.
Don't know. what that
God, I
is.
haven't watched that in years. and
Never
years.
heard of
You don't know what
don't know what
Amadeus
that is.
is? I mean, at least know what it is.
Wolfgang Amadeus
know what that is.
Mozart.
Yeah,
No.
You don't
I've
know who
never
Mozart is?
Well, I know who Mozart is, but I've never seen Amadeus.
that's another like 3 hour something like that.
No, I'm not
it's
watching
close.
that.
It's
Let's see.
close to 3 if it's not.
Oh, so we
Absolutely
only
not.
stick to hour. Oh my God.
Not about.
No wonder you didn't like Terrifier
Yeah,
2.
I was.
Hold on, I liked Terrifier 2. Don't.
How
Don't
was that
say I
2.5
didn't like it.
hours? That can't be two. I mean, come on, we could shorten
It
that.
didn't feel like that long.
No,
though.
it didn't. I'm
Did
going again
anyone
tomorrow.
puke or faint or anything?
No.
So we had people run out of our theater.
Oh, wow.
Run?
Yeah,
Where? Which theater? Can you say?
we saw it at the Malco Roxy in Smyrna.
Oh, okay.
So people were like, no, like running out.
Well, you know, it's at the Stardust Drive-In.
Yeah.
I wonder if that
Partnered
would
with
be,
Halloween Ends.
two classics.
And Halloween Ends is playing first.
Two classics. Well, as it there's
So
a
you
reason.
have to live through horror before you get to
or
watch
show
horror.
up, well, show up late, but there's a
Yeah.
reason why that one's not going on until like 11 o'clock at night.
Brittany, this is your movie. Any fun quotes or memorable quotes
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
scenes
Yes.
in particular?
Yes, absolutely. We're all in the kitchen and they're like getting their breakfast ready. And her
I think I know where you're going.
Bobby, the little kid, just goes, yeah, because she's being such a little slut about it. And it's like, that's just it's a great one liner. It's a great quote.
But then the nanny Maggie goes back and was like, Bobby, we don't use the word slut or something like that. We use
Bitch.
bitch. That's
Yeah.
what it was. Yeah.
I just realized who the nanny is now
Raw
Just
digger.
now.
because of that.
Just now. Okay.
You kept saying the nanny, and I was like, oh, wait, yeah, I do. But now I remember that.
I will admit though, I was a little confused when that scene starts because that's your first introduction
Oh, yeah.
after the
Yeah.
fire at the house.
Yeah.
And I was like, has he moved on that quick in a year and he got jungle fever? God bless him. God bless the
God
man.
bless him.
We have a question from the audience.
Yeah.
Ryan Yearwood would like to know: have y'all not even mentioned the ghost biddies yet?
No, we have not
I have
talked
not
about
yet.
the ghost biddies yet.
I watched it on AMC.
Oh yeah, you didn't
I'm
get hit ghost
surprised
titties.
that it wasn't mentioned in the first 3
Maybe I
minutes
did-
of this
well, you know
live
what?
stream.
Well, you know what? Maybe they did. That's how bad it was. We
Yeah.
forgot.
And
That's
I-
how bad it
and
was.
here's the deal: the makeup was so good in that movie. We don't know if those were real titties or not. It could have been just like a body
Well,
cast.
I think
That's
she
true.
she had the longest makeup application of all of the ghosts. I think that's what they said.
Is that the one that had the cage in her head?
No, that's the jackal.
I did read, and I didn't catch the names. I don't know the actress who played that role, but it was believed to be an actual porn star who played that ghost. But it was later proven not to be the case. But the porn star in question was in 13 Erotic Ghosts.
Oh my god.
Well, of course. Well, makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we sure shit can.
What's the budget on that one?
I'm
50 million.
I was gonna say like $50. You just
Don't listen to Brittany.
You just need to pass some tests and some condoms around, and you're good.
That's true.
Lord have mercy.
I think that's what they did for Amadeus.
Yeah. And they just got an old Casio keyboard. And Tom Hulse, was that his name? Who played Amadeus?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know why that sounds familiar, so we'll go with it.
All right. That's all. I don't have anything as far as like favorite quotes or anything. That the one you said was the one that kind of chuckled.
Yeah.
I said
me.
nothing for me. I'm making my way down the line.
I don't have anything.
Because you might have gotten the AMC version and gotten
Yeah.
something like a dang
I
or
think
something.
I don't have any quotes or anything, but I love Matthew Lillard's character.
I love him so much.
And it's not so much a compliment, but I just love how he has those migraines, and like they show him where they're and like the way he acts,
Like he's a ghost
The way
whisperer. or
he
some
yeah,
shit.
It's
yeah.
just
I just
fantastic.
love that whole, and I feel like for the first like 20 minutes, that's all it is.
He's like drolling and
It's only
just
what-
like
yeah.
giving
It's like,
it his
did you not go
all
to-
to this movie.
Did you not hear you could go downstairs and see plenty of ghosts if you want? And I was like, oh god.
I love when he's like, I'm giving my ass out of the big glass house.
Yeah. So
Great stuff.
and what's sad is like the cast is not that bad, but it's
No.
just a mess.
Really?
And then
not.
I think
don't
if it's not with
understand.
those monsters, I mean, what?
The story is pretty simple. I don't understand where you
No,
guys
I
are-
don't no, hold on. I don't have a problem following the story. My problem is that there's not much of one, and what is very weak. So when you only rely, which a lot of movies did this in early 2000s,
Yes.
you rely either on shock value or cheap jump scares, which is still the case for many movies
Or a hot
right
cast.
here now, right? Or nudity. They don't have much. And this one doesn't have that much. And the longer
Highly
it goes,
disagree.
as they start to piece it together, it's kind of like, oh God, either it's not a surprise, or it's like, oh, this is what all this was for.
Oh my god. Okay.
So there is I just saw this. The soundtrack features one of my favorite I guess
Well,
you
it
call
has
it
that rapper in it.
well, it does. And I'd have to look up this song, but one of my favorite EDM artists, Tricky, has a song on the album on the soundtrack called Excess, and the backing vocals is done by one Alanis Morissette.
Well,
So I'm
look
gonna
at
search
that.
song out once we're done. If I could afford the rights to it, I'd play us out
Yeah,
with it.
no,
but,
don't,
but I'm
don't.
not trying to get shut down.
Let's not get.
So,
Yeah.
So, have you told us what you like about the movie?
I think I've been saying it the whole time.
fun.
I think
It's
you guys
fun,
are just not
Brandon.
listening.
It's fun.
I think you guys are just closed-minded and
Okay,
old
so
grouchy men.
so with your open-mindedness, what did you enjoy?
it's an entire world that
And
But
I
you can
feel-
find
I
out
swear to
about in other
God,
places.
I swear to God, if you're attaching this to special features, it's discredited immediately.
I feel like it
Your
does.
hour and a half. What did you?
It does enough where it gives you an interesting story, and no matter what you say, it is an interesting story, and it gives you with like interesting
But it's not
characters,
even
interesting
fully-
monsters, and I feel like
yes.
there could be some things that I
But
feel
it's
like
not even fully explored. Like by the time they feel like the 13 Ghosts, it's
do
like
you need
they're on that
everything
roulette.
explained to you? Like
Not
you-
everything, but do you have to get to this point and be like, okay, that's one ghost, two ghosts, 13 ghosts, my uncle, son of a bitch. There you go. I just told you the whole
Oh
story.
shit! There's my dead wife.
right there. Oh my God, there she is. Oh, she's a sweetheart. Huh? Who knew?
I really thought
Hold on.
she was coming back to life at the end of the movie.
Who cares? Let her stay dead.
I also think that there's some things that a remake or a series would even
Don't.
be really cool
Stop
with
it.
this story.
Maybe
like a
you know
series
what?
would
A
be
limited
awesome.
series would be good.
I
We've
think it could
decided a
be-
lot of stuff should just be limited series, and we probably enjoy it more.
I think there's something there that I feel like a lot of people, not just me, would
Mhm.
be very interested in and re-exploring this world.
What
There
if,
might be an audience out there.
Yeah.
I don't debate that.
but what if 13 Ghosts is actually the 13th sequel to the Patrick Swayze Demi Moore film Ghost?
Correct.
I would rather watch this movie. than
Oh, I'd
Ghost.
much rather watch
Oh,
Ghost.
how dare you? Who doesn't
Rather
like
watch this
fun now?
movie.
For real.
Have you seen that pottery scene? My God.
You're not getting that in 13
My
Erotic
God.
Ghost
Yeah,
either.
that's right. Stuff some tissues in my britches. That is one sexy scene.
If that's not a t-shirt, I don't know what the fuck is. Oh man, I got nothing else. That's a good way to shut this shit down. But as always, we have a question we like to part with, and this one I sent to you guys earlier.
Yeah.
Uh,
Are there
got
two?
some-
well,
there-
there's two. We'll get the easy one out of the way.
okay.
What is the if this isn't the worst remake of a horror film?
This is not the worst
What is?
remake.
I'm in agreement with you.
When a Stranger Calls is
Oh,
probably
that's
one of
not
the
very
worst
good.
remakes
I
I've
never
ever
saw
seen
that
in
one
my life.
because the
It's-
original's so good. I couldn't bring myself to see it.
Don't waste your time.
Okay.
Mine is, I think it was done in 2003, but it was a version of The Fog.
Oh yeah.
And it had
Oh.
Selma
Radioactive.
Blair, and it was so boring and just mind numbing, and no thrills, no scares, and nothing whatsoever. It was a disaster.
I will go with one I hope we talk about next year, and that's Cabin Fear. The remake to Cabin Fear that came out only like 8 years later or whatever
Cabin
it was.
Fear or
Cabin
Fever?
Fever.
Okay, he
Fever.
said fear, didn't he?
He said fear.
Yeah. it
Oh,
was-
Cabin Fever.
Well,
Sorry.
don't worry. This is live.
Are you
My,
drunk?
my throat's
Are
my
you
throat's
Yes,
a little
but
scratchy.
you know what? I thought about that because I thought it was so weird because Eli Roth did it
Yes.
again, which was
No, I think he produced the
I think he
remake.
directed
I don't think
both.
he directed
Okay,
both.
all right. I swear he had something, but the first Cabin Fever was not that good.
I love that
Whatever. It
movie.
was-
I love that
I
movie.
know.
yeah. You're sitting
Love
on
it.
that side for that one, and then we'll tag team Brandon on that one.
Yeah.
The only
Uh,
thing I remember from that whole movie, which I recently just watched, but I was telling my wife when I saw the previews, is when she's shaving her legs
Oh.
and the noise. That, I
Yes.
mean, they
So
do
good.
it well, but that
So good.
was.
So good.
But
And
yes,
then,
I agree. That one
it's
was
got
not
Sean
good.
Hunter from Boy Meets World.
I know.
Yeah,
Ryder,
I know.
Ryder Strong.
Rider Strong for life.
I know.
And then the real Mount. Oh, we have another question.
A question that Ryan submitted a while ago.
Oh, I missed it.
Does anyone know the famous director that wrote 2 jokes in 13 Ghosts but didn't get credit?
Yes. Because I
A
saw
famous
this.
director who wrote 2 jokes that didn't make it into the movie.
He's
Okay.
done either Marvel or DC movies.
Is
I
it
forget.
James Gunn?
Yes.
James Gunn.
Yes.
No.
Did not know that.
No, I didn't either till I read it like a couple hours ago.
I chose James Gunn because I was looking up something else and didn't realize he had done it.
Hmm.
But it's in relation to I think what's coming up next.
Yes. So our Mount Rushmore question that we
Morton
like to,
who?
Yeah, Horton. Here's a who. Hey, we're already getting a Grinch horror film. Why
That's
not
true.
that?
God, but Cabin Fear, what a
Cabin
beautiful,
Fear.
what a beautiful movie.
It's the prequel to Cape Fear.
I was so listening because I thought, oh, this is I have not heard of this. He said we redid it. I'm like,
I've
are
never
we
heard of
talking
Cabin Fear.
about like are we talking about like Cabin in the Woods and then Fear with Mark
God, that movie was
Wahlberg?
horrible too.
How dare you?
It was good until the end.
Okay,
It's like one of those ones they didn't know how to end. Anyway, Mount Rushmore question: your favorite
there we go.
horror remakes or reboots? Whoever wants to go first.
Okay, so in relation to the James Gunn, he wrote this movie. It was Zack Snyder's directorial debut, but the Dawn of the Dead
That's on my
in
list.
2003, I think.
Is that John Leguizamo in that one?
That's the Pest.
No. He's in
But
one of the zombie the dead
He
movies.
might be, but Dawn of the Dead was awesome, and that's another opening scene one
Mhm.
that is an adrenaline.
I know
rush.
we've talked about that movie a lot.
Yeah,
It's
that's
definitely
one
one
of-
of that we actually agree on.
Yeah, no, that's definitely one of mine.
Is that all you have? Is just
You,
one?
you got 3
Oh, I
more.
thought we were all going through.
Oh, we can. Okay, we can. You
Oh,
can go
okay.
next.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003. I always harp about that movie forever
Jessica
and
Biel one?
always.
Yes.
Jessica
Yeah,
Biel.
I'll keep
love
this.
it.
I'll keep this train running because that's on my list too. So we'll go back to Brandon.
I'm actually gonna roll with that too.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't think it would
We're
be
in
my
agreeance.
1 and 2, but since, like you said, since you said it, I actually thought it was good, and I thought the trailer
Oh,
was awesome.
Good. Yeah.
The-
And so
the-
to see that now, there's been other Texas Chainsaw Massacres that have been god awful, including that
Yes.
Netflix one.
Fair.
But
I
that one,
agree.
I thought they did a good job with.
the scene in the back of the van when she
Mm.
shoots herself,
Mm.
like,
It's so hard. It's like so.
because that wasn't teased in the trailers at all.
It's so shocking.
You go into the theater, because I saw it in theaters, unknowing, and that hits you, and you're like, oh, let me strap this seatbelt in. 'Cause
Yeah.
we are in for a ride. All right, your second one, Brittany?
I'm gonna go with Evil Dead
Damn it.
with Jane Levy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love her. That's my next one as
Yeah.
well. 2 for 2.
I would rather watch that one than the original.
I
Just
don't.
FYI.
I love both of them equally, but if you put it on, I'm not gonna over the other. I'm not gonna be mad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, everyone,
just-
but that was my when I first got this question, Evil Dead and Dawn of the Dead were my top 2.
So we have all the same. I think we've
For
just all
now,
had the same.
but I have a feeling it's going to change. But go ahead.
Well, Dawn of the Dead's on my list too.
Oh.
So
Oh, for God's
Well, I'm gonna switch it up because I don't have Dawn of the
All right,
Dead.
thank you.
I've got 2010's The Crazies.
oh, so
No,
good.
that's a good
That's
one. So
a
good.
good.
That's a
yeah,
good
that's
one.
a
I love
good
that movie.
answer. That's
Thank
a
you.
good answer.
Is,
I like to have fun, Brittany.
is The Ring considered?
The American version's a remake.
Then
That was my.
Then I would
that was my
definitely.
other one.
I would go with The
Jesus.
Ring for sure.
This one, well, I guess that's your 4 and your 4,
Yeah.
right? So my 4th,
No, I've only done 3.
you did Dawn of the Dead, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Evil Dead, and
The
then
Ring.
And The
The
Ring.
Ring,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I'm sorry.
if
I'm
you have a 5th, throw it
Yeah,
out.
Sorry,
throw it
no,
out there.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre's out. Rings in.
Okay, that gives you 3.
That was 4.
Now you're back.
Now you're through.
No, I did Evil Dead, Dawn of the Dead, and The Ring.
Okay, you're
I-
taking Texas Chainsaw
yes.
Massacre out.
And you have
Okay.
another one.
So
Right.
what's your 4th
So-
then?
So this is my question: is at first I thought it.
Okay, that counts. It counts.
I could see that.
If someone has a complaint about that,
I don't.
I really enjoy Colin Farrell's Fright Night.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
So that's an alternative. If it I love the
That's a
most,
great
but if
answer.
not, because it was from a TV series, and I
Love that
watched that
movie.
Fright Night. Colin Farrell one
good.
every year.
Yep.
The original's so
That's
much
a great
better.
one.
The original is not bad, but I think
I
I think the
prefer
remake
the
is way
remake.
better.
Same.
And I've watched both.
This one might polarize some people, but I fucking love this movie, and I know Jesse liked it. 2020's The Invisible Man.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh
Very
God,
good.
yeah. I really that's a good one
Such
too.
I didn't even like have that on my radar as like a.
I didn't even think
remake.
about that as a remake, but
Yeah.
yeah. What about Tom Cruise's The Mummy?
Can I put one in?
Yes,
2010's The Wolfman.
Stoney
That's
says
what I was
2010's
thinking.
The Wolfman.
Absolutely.
It's not a good movie, but it's a fun movie, which is different than 13 Ghosts. And Benicio del Toro, Anthony Hopkins, hairy and shirtless. Yowza.
Bump and chest.
Am I right?
Yeah, that's good.
But
Who's gonna
The
be mad at
Invisible
that?
Man it was one of the best
I don't think
remakes.
it was
that
just
was a good one.
one of the best horror film remakes. I think it's just one of the best
Movies.
movies of that year.
I
period.
agree. I agree.
Same.
I didn't have
that.
the highest of hopes going into it after seeing the preview like a million times in theaters.
Yeah.
And then I was like, holy shit, this movie
Yeah.
was amazing.
I'm 100% with you. You know what?
'Cause I think that came out before the shutdown, right?
Yeah, it was February.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I remember
Yep.
watching
And
it
then-
digital.
It was
Yeah.
it was right where when Marge, because what was it? Ben Affleck's basketball movie came out, and that's when
Mm.
everything basically shut down.
The last movie I saw before the shutdown in theaters was The Lodge.
The Lodge, and then there
a
was one
good
called
movie.
The Hunt
The Hunt's good.
that came out. But
Yeah.
yeah, but Invisible Man actually made some real money
Yeah.
before everything really went down. But man, that's a really good one.
I think we've hit the hour mark, and a good time as any to wrap things
And
up.
we agreed. We agreed on a lot of
Well,
those.
Yeah.
yeah, that's
That was the
pretty-
best part of the podcast.
Yeah.
We should have done that instead of talking about the movie.
Yeah.
You guys have anything else you want to add to 13 Ghosts before we get out of here?
I think you should just go into it with open.
Don't look at
minds
me and
not
talk to me like
expecting
I've
it
already
to be
done
some
this.
horror masterpiece, but
No. Oh,
I really
I'm
want
gonna
Stoney
ta-
to watch it.
The way
need someone else
you
on my
talk
team.
about it is act like, hey, it's fun. It's really good. The story is intriguing. It doesn't have to be a masterpiece. I just wanted to have a good time for an hour and a half. You know what I got? I got Matthew Lillard with a freaking headache. And then I've got some
Acting his
some
ass
cool
off.
looking monsters and some weird ass uncle and Tony Shalhoub. He could have died. I don't even care.
Let me ask you this, Brandon.
Yeah.
The Oxford Dictionary defines the word fun:
Oh my god.
Let's hear it.
enjoyment,
Okay.
amusement,
Yeah.
or lighthearted pleasure. Did 13 Ghosts give you any of those three things?
No.
Oh my god.
What's the definition of depressed?
Did Brittany like it?
Oh, good God, no.
Oh, God.
I don't even know if she watched it.
Oh.
Well, then you can't say.
Most of the time, listen, thank you for asking. My wife typically falls asleep during most of the movie to wake up to see the end of it and then to tell me it was dumb.
Classic.
And if she would have done that for 13
Respect.
Ghosts, I would have said, honey, you're absolutely right. How did
Nothing
you
but
know?
respect.
How did you know?
So depressed is defined as
Yeah.
a person in a state of general unhappiness.
Oh my God.
So
Bingo.
so
Bingo. And you know what's weird?
Yeah, 13 Ghosts did
You-
that to
you
us.
guys.
And you know what's weird, Brittany? Your pick last year did the same thing. There's a theme here. But if you pick the
Sorry.
ring next year,
There's
God
hope.
bless you.
It can. I mean,
I will pick that will be my pick next year.
That's
Alright,
right.
we got it on.
FYI.
And we're going to do in the spookiest town.
we're going to Bell, Tennessee, or
Close.
Adams. Is that where the Bell went?
Adams.
Close.
Adams. We'll go to Adams.
Cookville.
Man, if we could do it from in the cave or whatever, that'd be awesome.
What if we did it from the Hermitage when they're doing that haunted tour
Dude, that's too scary. I can't do that.
with lanterns?
Oh, wait. Ryan adds Brittany.
Which one?
I thought you did good. It's Ryan Watson.
Thank you, Ryan Watson.
Well, listen, if he's on
Glad to have someone else on the
he's
team.
on your team. Does Jesse like it?
Yes. Not as much as I like it, but he likes it.
Okay.
Yeah.
We watched it the other day and he
The
was
things
not
we-
paying attention.
I know. Well, the things we do for love, I guess.
Yeah. Let's get out of here, guys.
All right.
We got some more food to eat upstairs and some more drinks to drink. Brandon, tell these fine folks how they can find you on the interwebs.
On Twitter at Sir Brandon V. Hashtag VixFlix for the most up-to-date movie reviews.
Film reviews.
Back to you, Brittany.
I thought it's film. Right? It's a
Yeah,
very,
you said-
very serious.
I'm trying
critic.
to relate to the masses.
Same to you, Miss Brittany.
Instagram, Brittany But Spooky, Twitter, Brit But Spooky, and follow Danger Zone Video at Danger Zone Video on Instagram and Twitter.
You want to tell these fine folks if they're in the Nashville area where they can actually go to
Yes,
visit?
the address is 11996 11996 Lebanon Road, Mount Juliet, Tennessee 37122.
Yes. I'm Stephen McCash. You can find me on Twitter at MC_Cash75. Check out all of our work on SobrosNetwork.com. Also, we have a ton of merch on our shop at SobrosShop.com. You can get you can get that spooky
That's
shirt.
right.
Sobro spooky
I gotta
shirt.
say, I'm very disappointed that we are ready for Halloween, and then you're wearing what, an Ole Miss shirt?
I'm a depressed Ole Miss fan because
Oh,
we're probably
my-
losing right now to Texas A&M.
Jeez.
And then support the gang through our Patreon page where you can gain access to thousands of videos, podcasts, articles, and so much more at patreon.com/Sobros Network. Make sure you subscribe to Drinking With on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you check out your podcast. And most importantly, give us a rating and review when you have a moment. Your review will help us get better, and we want to be the best we can for you guys. Again, I'm Stephen McCash signing off for this special spooky episode of Drinking With. I have to return some videotapes, so we'll see you next time.
Nice.
The Sobros Network presents the movie podcast breaking down films and their impact on pop culture as they approach the legal drinking age. This is Drinking With. Now here's your host, Stephen McCash.